You sound just like Korga. But it had to come to this. I pray to Sylvanas each night. The Wildfather will protect those refugees. I hope. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need. Sylvanas, guide your path.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now. We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
That's not what I said.
Can we stop shouting? No? Calm down. Please.
I won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
That's not what I said.
Can we stop shouting? No?
I wonder what the next move is.
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it. Calm down, please.
I won't leave them behind!
You're going to get us killed!
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate!
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship!
Take that back, right now. The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it. We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter!
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
That's not what I said!
Can we stop shouting? No?
Keep a blade close.
Can't keep goblins out forever. This is no fortress and we're no warriors.
Action, not reaction.
Calm down, please.
I won't leave them behind!
You're going to get us killed.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need. Sylvanas be with you. Something over there.
We're exposed now.
I swear that Ox's gaze is following me.
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate!
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can. Take that back, right.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. You see nothing out of the ordinary. When you turn back, there's no trace of the child.
Hold out your hand, mister. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on, take the ring and watch your fortune change. Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails. Hey, hold on, you gotta pay for that. Real sweet sense of humor you got there, chum. Anyways, you gotta call before the flip. Heads or tails? Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested? Hey, not so loud. You caught me. All right. They're not lucky rings. I'm just trying to earn money for my family. My father left and my mother, she's so sick. I wish I had better things to sell than trinkets, but it's all I have. I don't know what you mean. Hey, that hurts. I'm running an honest... okay, what's a tinker's trash? Uh-huh. Huh. Interesting. And I promise, this isn't a tinker's trash scam. Look, I swear to you, these rings are the real deal. I promise, I'm not running a scam. Last chance. You want to look at my stuff or not? You'll be sorry about this, scab. Count on it.
Curious.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Look, don't take your eyes off my hands.
Whoa!
By Mordai's eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Lower.
You saw another gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us before we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry.
The map. Show me.
Up. You can keep your innards.
Oh, you're not going to eviscerate him? I was hoping for a show.
Cool your blood. I'll indulge you soon enough. The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
The T-sling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Goblins, druids. This grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice. Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel. Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days.
Damn druids. Who uses wooden tools?
Goblins aren't smart enough.
No helping it. Worried.
There's no time to waste.
The rat's eyes soften as he emits a pained squeak. You realize the source of his discomfort. One of his front teeth is chipped. Gluttony. The rat squeaks in interest. With an enthusiastic chitter, he urges you to follow.
Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Trust no one.
I'm proud.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands.
Give it a good whack.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires.
You were on the ship.
You saw her then?
Advocatus Diaboli.
Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space.
A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
If we left, we could at least make a run.
I won't leave them behind!
You're going to get us killed!
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Common sense at last. Let's get out of this death trap. Or would you deny your brother here his chance at fortune in Baldur's Gate?
Come on, sis. We're less of a target alone. We should leave.
Fine. Let's sneak away like God's damned cowards. But if something happens to these people, it's on us. I hope you know that.
Ah, you. Thank you. You stopped us from making a bad situation much worse. Well met. Though I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business here, I'd see to it quickly. This latest attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. We are refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after goblins and gnolls. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the Descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the Hells.
A fair point. We can only hope the citizens of Baldur's Gate are more open-minded. But we can't get there with those beasts blocking our path. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't see me. You, though. I know it's perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else. What little we have, we'll scrape together. It isn't coin we need. It's time.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, you'll find the druids at the heart of the grove.
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes. Of course.
Goblins, gnolls. So many ways to die.
be keeping.
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
Watch your back. Ready or not.
You're going to be all right.
He's so pale.
Stop it. You're scaring him.
You're all right. You're all right.
All right. What now?
What are we gonna do, Brian?
I don't know.
Shite. I can't stop the bleeding, Brian.
Rest the wound. Not like this. You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
He's hurt badly. An oil bear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them.
You should search that corpse.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
What? Are you testing us? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, true soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule. I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me. We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. You! Brenna! Kill him!
So, the Absolute? What were they raving on about?
This is your end. Can't give up. Impero! Secure! Time to strike. Can't give up. Not now. Swift and lethal. I will not know failure. Need to stay focused.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value in, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you. No use. Compulsion takes over. Your actions are no longer your own.
Things abandon their hosts as soon as they need to. Vile parasites.
All the more reason to rid ourselves of our own uninvited guests. think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a
Owlbear
burden
tracks.
to my queen.
Its nest must be nearby.
I am ready.
The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse. Around his neck is a collar etched with a name, Scratch. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog whimpers nervously, as if to urge you on. The dog sniffs your hand, his tail swung low in understanding. He knows how to find you.
What's that?
I don't think I'll fit through there. Lae'zel, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Something's waiting up ahead.
So, we're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already. Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much. I expect I am your first. I suppose I am as alien to you as you are to me. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake. Decadent, then. Lacking in economy. Like so much of this world and its undisciplined people. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born. That shiver betrays your fear. Suppress it. It is useless. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me. Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling. Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more. All right. Anything more we should discuss? My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after. No, but he named me friend, and that meant the world. But what of the others? The children never saved, the cries never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded. And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting. I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads. From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. We should pay her a visit. A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
A sending stone? Nothing so special, I assure you.
You watch and listen for signs of deceit, but sense nothing unusual.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get. We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little? You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly, but all things considered, you'll do. And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point. Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith crash will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind. We go our separate ways, of course. What else? The ties that bind would be well and truly severed. If you must know, Baldur's Gate. And before you ask, no. I'm not telling you what I'm doing there, or who I'm meeting, or anything else. So that's to say you'd like to pry a little. You do seem like the type, I must say. My, look at you. Straight as an arrow and right to the point every time. This isn't the tadpole I'm speaking to, is it? The personality seems a little lacking. That's all you're entitled to, for now. Our parasite problem doesn't make you my confidant. There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals. Boars, deer, kobolds, whatever I can get. But it's not enough. Not if I have to fight. I feel so weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer, fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed. You focus on the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest.
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me. Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please, only be a taste, I swear. I'll be well, you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal. No, of course. Silly of me to even ask. I'll go and find something on 4 legs to eat, I suppose. See you in the morning.
You watch him stalk away, slumped, sulking, and ready to kill.
Morning. I hope last night's little unpleasantness hasn't left a bad taste in your... Well, I hope there are no bad feelings. Oh, I have no idea. By rights, I should be cinders in this light, but someone or something is keeping me alive. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time. That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
A vampire? Well, that explains the pallor. Given our group's nature, I don't see much harm. We're each monsters in the making, after all.
For his sake, he best not develop an appetite for Githyanki.
He's not wrong. We're bound together, no matter what comes.
Fine. He stays till he's no longer of use. Besides, my flesh is not so easily tasted.
Unless, of course, I have offered it.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Well met. I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to Let's make this happen.
Something the matter?
A hero at heart. Blade at the ready.
you wondered what people will say, Will, when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
I've always had a soft...
Just once.
Yeah, just once.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh! Let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out! Come, Magrin, give him a chance. You, get back! It's forbidden to outsiders. Korga's orders.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
Well met.
I saw you training those children. You were so gentle. That's not how I was taught.
Cruel words strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadowheart.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson, after all.
And came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
I don't talk to dead scabs, scab. Keep moving. Huh. Don't think anyone's ever apologized for stealing my stuff before. You know what? We're square. I'll tell the others to leave you alone too. Don't worry about it. Now you want to buy something this time? I knew it. That's what I got. Nothing caught your eye, huh?
You realize your bag feels light. You were just robbed.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Well met.
I bet she's giving them hell. She's not our kid for nothing.
Would that we could speak freely, my Earthling.
Calm, Magrin. Give him a chance. You, get back. No, and you...
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
You there! Hello! Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my...